Hello, hey, I'm Greg. I'm here at my coach cave today, and we are going to calibrate a 1500 wheel balancer. The 1500 wheel balancer by Coach is a very good balancer. And we have a lot out there, and there's a lot of people I get requests, how do I calibrate my balancer? So we're going to show you right now. Okay, so we have the balancer turned on. If you have one, you know how to do that, of course. We're going to assume some things just to save time, okay, that you know how to mount a tire. You got to have a wheel with a tire on, preferably a steel wheel, and you should have your blue 4-ounce weight that came with the balancer, new. If you don't have one, call Coach and they will send you one in the mail, okay? And so we have a steel wheel here. This is our regular test calibration wheel. We're familiar with this wheel. You should make one. Get a wheel from a junkyard or someone leaves one with you. Mine's a 17-inch. I prefer 17, 16. On a 1500, you can use a 17-inch wheel to calibrate. Make sure you mount it with a tire that will hold air. No fix-a-flat, no water inside, nothing rolling around inside the tire. Step number 1, we are going to put in the measurements. And on a 1500, you just bring the arm from the rest position without stopping to the location of the wheel. Hold it there till it beeps, and return it to the home position. You know all that already. And we close the hood, and our width goes in automatically. So you can see our test wheel, this wheel we're familiar with, is balanced to zeros already. I can put this tire wheel on any balancer, any shop, anywhere, as long as it's mounted properly, and it will bring up zeros. We have our tire balanced to zeros. We're going to find a 12 o'clock position for our wheel weight. The balancer is going to tell us where 12 o'clock is. How do we know where 12 o'clock is? Because this is my test wheel, I have marked the back of the wheel exactly in the back of the valve stem, and I've even put a notch on this wheel so I can keep track of it real good. You should do that, and there's different ways of doing it. How we know what 12 o'clock is, we hit Shift 0, that puts a code in, and put in code 30. That turns on our red line. See our red line, 12 o'clock line? We put the 12 o'clock line on our valve stem, which is in the front, but that's the exact behind the wheel. Now we know. Now we're going to turn the balancer off, and we're going to count to 10 Tennessee. We let the power drain from the inverter by counting to 10 Mississippi, but I like Tennessee because that's where the balancer's made. America. So you should be proud that you bought an American-made machine, made by Americans, for Americans. Okay. So now we have the balancer booting back up. Once it's booted back up, we're going to go to the calibration procedure. All right, so our next step now, once the balancer boots back up, is to calibrate it the way I like to calibrate it is to use the number 2, the laser calibration. So we're going to hit Shift and push laser. It's going to ask us for the wheel diameter. This wheel is 17-inch. Okay, lower hood and press start. So we lower the hood and press start. The balancer will speed up, and then it'll break and tell us to put the weight at 4 o'clock or 12 o'clock, the 4-ounce weight on the outside. Please raise hood. We have our 4-ounce weight, and we're putting it on the outside at 12 o'clock, which is where the valve stem is, which is where my notch on the outside is that I made. So we'd be as precise as possible. Close the hood. Push the start button. Let's speed up, take its reading, and brake. We're going to raise the hood. We're going to move that weight from the outside at 12 o'clock to the inside at 12 o'clock. And this is an important step. That's why it's so important to mark that wheel before you do this so you know where it's at. Close the hood and push start. At this point, we're going to rotate this wheel until our weight lines up with the red laser dot. I hope you all can see the red laser dot down there hitting our 4-ounce calibration weight. Then we hit next. Calibration is completed without errors and stored. Press next. Okay, now that we've completed the sensor calibration and the wheel calibration, we're going to go to calibrate the arm. This is very important. A lot of people miss this step. You have to do it exactly right as soon as you're done. You cannot wait. You cannot do anything else. We're going to hit Shift and 3. Now it tells us to move the arm tip to the faceplate and hold and press next. I'm doing this. You probably can't see it very well. Maybe we'll show you after the video's over. I have my finger out there and I can feel that it's smooth with the face of the faceplate. When we calibrate the arm, how do we know the tip of the faceplate? I had the wheel on, you couldn't see. The tip of the faceplate is making that exactly smooth like that. Usually with a 16-inch, 17-inch wheel, you can stick your finger in there and feel that it's smooth when you put your numbers in for your calibration. So that is the tip of the faceplate. Then I'm going to hit next and enter the offset of the scale, which on here is 8.3. What's nice about these Coach balancers, this model, is you don't have to put the decimal point in. Okay, after you enter the scale, you hit next. Move arm home. Make sure it's resting. Press next. We're going to put the arm on the wheel right here. While holding it on the wheel, now you see there's like a half moon in there. You could try to get it about as best you can right there. And here's the diameter. On this wheel, it's 17-inch. Hit next. Then we'll enter the offset down here, which is about 2, 3. Like that, 2, 3. Hit next. Arm cal is complete. Our calibration is complete. Okay, now that we're done calibrating the balancer, we need to test our calibration and make sure we didn't miss a part or do something wrong. So how we do that? Simply, with the 4-ounce weight still on the back of the wheel, close the hood. Now it's going to tell me that I need 4 ounces. Okay, so you remember my tire was balanced to zeros. I added 4 ounces. So we know the balancer is correct. However, that weight has to be at 6 o'clock. If it's not at 6 o'clock, then something's wrong and you need to redo the calibration because you'll be chasing weights for sure. So now that we know that it's working properly, we're going to hit stop, bring it up, take our weight off, move our weight to the outside. We're still testing it. We're still testing our calibration. Then we're going to close the hood. So what's it going to tell me? 4 and zeros. That means it's working properly. Is the weight at 6 o'clock? Sure looks like it. Okay, there's still another test I do. Okay, so after that all works, there's still one more test. We're going to test the sonar. How we do that is we put a new measurement. We come over here and we measure the wheel. Again, let it beep. We go home. This time I'm going to put my hand or some other thing in front of the sonar here on the hood while closing it. Okay, what that's going to do is, if it's working, it's going to change my width. You can see my width now is 12.5, which is wrong. And you can see my numbers. They're wrong. That's what happens. A lot of times, if you have the wrong numbers in and you're balancing the tire, you're going to chase weights. It's just that simple. That's why that arm cal is so important. So the last test is to go bring it out, put it again in the wheel, let it beep, put it down, and do not obstruct it this time. As you can see, the balancer went back to 7.5. It's going to read 4 and zeros. There you go. So we know the sonar is working properly too as well. So that's how you calibrate a 1500 wheel balancer. I don't know how good or bad my video is, but good luck and God bless you, and thanks for buying Coats.